The shadow in room 502. Some places carry a history so dark and so terrifying, that even time fails to erase their horrors. What if I told you there is a room in an old tuberculosis hospital that no one dares enter? A room so cursed that even the bravest doctors and nurses refuse to set foot inside? Would you believe it? Or would you step in to see for yourself? The abandoned hospital. The old St. Mary's Tuberculosis Hospital had been shut down for decades, its crumbling walls hiding stories that were never meant to be told. But even in its abandoned state, it still loomed over the town like a rotting corpse, its windows like hollow, watching eyes. Local legends spoke of eerie whispers that carried through its empty halls, flickering lights despite the building having no electricity, and the infamous Room 502, where shadows moved without a source. Nina, a newly assigned night nurse at the modern hospital right next to the ruins, had always dismissed these tales as small-town superstitions. That was until she was asked to investigate a noise coming from the old building. The night that changed everything. It was a stormy night when Nina got the call. The security guard reported strange movement in the old hospital. The motion sensors had detected activity inside room 502. Nina, skeptical but curious, volunteered to check it out. Armed with nothing but a flashlight and her hospital ID, she made her way through the broken halls, the echoes of her footsteps swallowed by the emptiness around her. As she climbed the stairs to the 5th floor, an unnatural chill wrapped around her like a cold embrace. Her breath became visible in the air. Something was wrong. The hallway leading to room 502 stretched into darkness, but Nina pressed on. The door stood slightly ajar, creaking as she pushed it open. The room was empty except for an old rusted hospital bed and a shattered window. Then she saw it. A shadow, darker than the night itself, moved along the ceiling. Nina's breath caught in her throat as the shadow twisted, its form shifting as though it were watching her. Then it began crawling. The figure on the ceiling. The shadow slithered unnaturally, its limbs bending at impossible angles as it crept toward her. Its head twitched, jerking from side to side like a broken marionette. Nina wanted to scream, but fear gripped her throat. The shadow suddenly stopped, its hollow eyes staring directly at her. Then it spoke. A voice, hoarse and layered with multiple tones, whispered, "Asterisk, asterisk shouldn't be here. Asterisk, asterisk." The door slammed shut behind her. The flashlight flickered violently as she stumbled back, pressing against the wall. The air became heavy, thick with the scent of something rotten. The figure on the ceiling let out a guttural growl and began descending headfirst toward her. The hands that grabbed her. Nina's breath hitched as icy fingers brushed against her shoulder. She spun around, but no one was there. The air crackled with an unseen energy, and suddenly, invisible hands gripped her wrists, pulling her toward the center of the room. She fought against the force, her heart pounding in her chest. The whispers grew louder. Shadows danced along the peeling walls, their twisted forms shifting, as if reliving something over and over again. Nina could barely move as the pressure on her body increased, her vision darkening around the edges. Just when she thought she would lose consciousness, the grip loosened. She fell to the floor, gasping for air. But the room wasn't done with her yet. The escape. Nina gasped for breath, crawling backward as the door to room 502 slammed shut on its own. She bolted down the hallway, taking the stairs two at a time, her pulse hammering in her ears. As she reached the hospital exit, a deep, guttural laugh echoed behind her. She didn't dare look back. When she finally burst out of the building, the security guard ran toward her, eyes wide. "What happened?" he asked, gripping her shoulders. Nina turned to look at the hospital. Room 502's window was no longer broken. Instead, it revealed a shadowy figure staring down at her. That was the last time anyone dared to enter that room. After that night, Nina left her job at the hospital. She refused to speak of what happened, her nightmares haunted by the figure that had crawled toward her. The hospital administrators finally sealed off the 5th floor entirely. No one, not even security, was allowed inside. Yet despite this, strange reports continued to surface. Patients claimed to hear scratching sounds from the abandoned floor. Janitors reported whispers coming from empty hallways. And some swore they saw shadows moving just beyond the locked door of room 502. A paranormal research team once attempted to investigate. They set up cameras, voice recorders, and temperature sensors. But before they could analyze the footage, every single device shut off at 3:33 a.m. The only thing left working was an old tape recorder, which played back a single sentence, spoken in a voice eerily similar to Nina's. "You shouldn't be here." To this day, no one knows why that particular room remains haunted. No one dares to question it. But one thing is certain. If you stand outside St. Mary's on a quiet night and listen closely, you might hear a voice whispering, "You shouldn't be here." Would you dare enter room 502? Let me know in the comments.